This is the third video on my 1987 DINAN Turbo M6 that's up for sale this fall 2019. Going to do a quick cold start video, run through a few little things, and then I'm going to try to combine this with a driving video, or the driving video may come up as a additional video separate if I can't combine the two. So I've just released the hood latch and going to show that the coolant reservoir here is cold. It's a pretty safe test to show that the engine's been off all night. Get this cap back on here, just give me a sec. So the only light that blinks right here when you turn it on is for just something to check on the panel. As you can see, it comes up as brake lights, and all that it takes to clear that is pressing the brakes once. That's it. Quick tap of the brake pedal and the light's off. And other than that, there's no warning lights on of any kind. The lights you can see there are from left to right: anti-lock, brakes, brake, park brake, and battery. And once you give it a little bit of gas, the voltmeter comes up well into the safe zone, and then every light turns off once you give it a little bit of gas, except for the park brake, which then, of course, releasing the park brake releases that. And what you're left with is no warning lights of any kind. Smooth idle, that's warming up. Generally, this gauge cluster here is aftermarket from DINAN, integrated into the dash. Volt, boost gauge, of course, and oil temperature that's fed off of the bottom of the oil pan. It does kind of blip sometimes, but it's usually, I don't pull away until I can see that the needle's moved a little bit, and then generally I don't boost until it's up around 180, so that I know that the oil is plenty warm for the turbo. If you boost hard over a consecutive number of times, you might see it creep into the 220 to between 220 and 260 range if you're driving it aggressively. The interior electronics, I'll show you just this aftermarket Alpine stereo here quickly. I had shown in an interior video previously that it's in the trunk as a CD player. You can hear the music playing, plays well, no vibrations through the speakers of any kind. And again, I have a connector cable that is for setting up to your phone if you like to play music off that as well. In terms of the lights, you see blinker on the right, blinker on the left, blinker on the right. I'll show you the headlights running here. And brights. With the engine running here, normally the airbox for the NA stock M6 engine would have been on the left here. The intercooler's now there for the turbo. The airbox is actually an airbox from a 944 turbo, feeding the cold air in here. And it's a rear mounted turbo back here, quite low. You rear and center mounted turbo right here. It's a Turbonetics T4, probably roughly a 60 mil. I have specific stats on it. There's actually 4 measurements on the impeller and the exit side of the turbo, but you could average it out and say it's about a 60 mil turbo. Aside from that, additional modifications to the engine from DINAN are a lot of more heavy-duty internal components, and I'll provide more information on that in the advertisement. I guess that's it for now.